Hi and welcome to Web Manuals Tutorials. In this video, I will be giving you an in-depth guide to the Web Manuals Reader and the Reader Dashboard. We will start with the Reader Dashboard. So the Reader Dashboard is where readers will find all up-to-date documentation and is also the first view for all users after logging in to Web Manuals. Here we have the main menu. The items under the main menu are dependent on your user type, as well as how your admin has set up the site. So some of the items explained in this tutorial may not be available to you. Under Unread Documents, this will show documents that a user is required to read. Under Review, this opens a list of manuals with new revisions that a user is required to review. Here under Documents, you will have the documents that a user is assigned to. Let's take a closer look and click on Documents. The documents are grouped into categories. And here you can click on the arrow button to expand or collapse all the categories at the same time, like so. The numbers to the right of each category indicate the total number of manuals contained in that category, including the subcategories. You can sort your manuals by ascending and descending order, and also filter here. When clicking here in the Overflow menu, you can add a manual to My Documents. You can open the manual in review mode. And you can open the manual in PDF. So back to the menu. Here under Compliance, this will list compliance libraries that are available to you, as well as the requirements in each library, and the connections made to each requirement. When you're an editor or an admin, the left-hand menu will also show Administrator, which will take you to the admin interface of Web Manuals. Down here we have Recent and My Documents. By clicking on Recent, you will see all the documents that you have recently opened. By clicking on My Documents, you can see all documents that you have added to My Documents. By clicking on a document, you open the document. By clicking on the trash icon, you can remove a document from My Documents. So now we have the dashboard items, where we can also access the unread documents. The total number of unread documents can be found on the top right-hand corner. Operationally critical are the documents that have been marked as operationally critical and are therefore key to your operations. Under Latest, you will find the most recently published documents, regardless of whether they have been read or not. Under Review, you will find the documents that you need to review. And by clicking on one of these documents, this will open the document in review mode. Under Tags, you will find the documents that you have access to grouped by tag. By clicking on Show All in correspondence with each section, you can see all documents in a specific section. Next, we have the top menu. So with the search bar in Dashboard view, you can search for a typed word within all the documents that you have access to, and you can click on one of the documents to open it. Next to this, we have the Account menu under the profile icon. Here you can edit your profile, and this will allow you to change information about yourself, such as your name, email, phone, and so on. Change password allows you to change your password. And here is where you would log out of the system. Under Settings, this will allow you to show or hide sections of the dashboard by selecting or deselecting the checkbox in correspondence with each section. The theme allows you to switch between light and dark themes. Language, this will allow you to choose the language of the dashboard. It's good to know that this customization only occurs on a user level, which means that no other user's dashboard will be affected by your changes. And finally, here on the right, you will find our helpful guides. So now let's take a closer look at the reader. Simply click on a document to open in reader mode. So this is the reader. In this view, you can read the content of your documents, you can make comments, you can submit change requests, highlight important paragraphs, and also make annotations. As you can see, the manuals are opened here at the top. And you can open multiple documents at the same time. We simply go back to the dashboard, or we can also access the documents from this menu. The document will then be added to the tab here at the top. These tabs can be rearranged. And here in the overflow menu, you can close all tabs or close all tabs except active. To hide the dashboard, simply click here on the arrow. You can scroll through your manuals vertically or use the navigation bar. Here you can move to the previous and next pages. Here to the previous and next changes. Here to the previous and next changes where an editor comment can be found. Here to the first page of the previous and next chapters. And finally, to the first and last pages of the document. To have an overview of all the pages within the manual, click here on the page icon. Here you have the list of all the pages in the document. They are grouped into chapters, which can be expanded by clicking on the plus icon. In correspondence with each page, a delta and/or a star might be displayed. If a delta icon is displayed, it means that the page has been changed. If a star is displayed, this means that you have marked it as your favorite. By clicking on a page, you open that page. And pages can be filtered here by typing in a specific word. To access your favorite pages, simply click here. Under Thumbnails, you can see all pages in the document displayed as thumbnails. They are divided into chapters, which can be expanded by clicking here on the expand arrow. Here you can access the table of contents. You will find a list of all the headings in the document. They are grouped into chapters, which can be expanded by clicking here on the plus icon. By clicking on a heading, you open a page where the heading is present. Under Annotations, here is a list of all annotations made in the document. Every annotation shows the colored highlight applied to the text, the annotation's content, and the text that the annotation refers to. By clicking on an annotation, you open the page where the annotation was made. You can also access the table of contents here. Up here next to the page, you will find all the comments that have been made for the page that you're reading. And you can also add a comment by clicking on Add Comment. Here you can submit a change request to the document owner, who will receive it in the form of a task. Here, by clicking on the star, you can make the page as your favorite, and you can unmark it as your favorite by clicking on it again. It's good to know that favorites are only personal, which means that only you will be able to see your favorite pages. Let's take a look at delta signs and revision bars. The delta sign indicates that one or multiple changes have been made on the page. The revision bars indicate where the changes have been made. By clicking on the delta sign, you can see exactly what has been added and what has been removed. Next, we will take a look at how to highlight text and add an annotation. Simply select the text, choose a color, and type in your annotation. You can remove the highlight and annotation by clicking back on the highlighted text and back on the color. Please remember that highlights and annotations are also only personal and can only be seen by your user. Here we have the accept icon. It may be required that you click on accept in order to check out the document. Once you click on accept, the system will mark the document as having been read by you. If you are required to click on accept, you will be prompted to do so when you open up the document. Next to accept, we have the zoom. The zoom will allow you to increase, decrease the zoom of the page. By selecting View Multiple Pages and decreasing the zoom, you can see multiple pages of the document at the same time. Next, we have Settings, where we'll be able to find the print function. This will allow you to print the page you're reading, or you can select pages of the document, or select the whole document. You may also have the option to print with or without watermark, depending on the admin settings of your site. And finally, under Settings, we also have Review Mode. This simply allows you to open the document in review mode. Thank you for watching, and see you soon for more Web Manuals tutorials.